it's Jeannie Blaha with Take a Walk with Your Angels and joyflames.com. I covered something recently on basically where we are standing right now with a lot of intensity, right, across the world, and what this may be pertaining to, and how we can respond and not feel like we have to leave the planet. So, to highlight some things that I've been hearing from Spirit regarding this. Yes, there is a lot of turmoil. There is a lot of harshness, a lot of meanness, and then this other paradigm of sort of an expectation that everyone should just toughen up or turn the other cheek, ignore, deny, pretend that things didn't happen when they actually did. So I'm sure you're witnessing across the world, the truth is erupting all over the place. If you're standing right now in a situation where you're wondering if this would be a good time to actually speak your truth, I highly, highly recommend it, because if you, then who? Because what's happening is many, many, many people who have silenced themselves for 20, 30, 40, 50 years even are realizing that when we stand in our illusion, we cannot heal all the way. We just can't heal. We heal by facing the truth square on, head on, directly. And then once you stand in your truth and you say, yeah, I get it, this happened to me, I did have that experience, then you can start to do the healing end of it. How this works is, according to those in Spirit, is basically by facing it, you can address it. If we don't face the things that we have experienced, then how do we address it? How do we go about reconciling it? Even just with ourselves, not necessarily with people out in the world or things that the people who are involved, basically. So the first step is the facing of it. Just looking in the mirror and saying, yep, I'm going to take that. I'm going to see whatever the challenge is that you've been feeling like there's a block here and I have not been able to figure out what has caused it. And all of a sudden you're starting to get little hints and things because you're asking, because that's how we get our truth. We start asking for it. And then once you are able to face it and then digest it and then say, okay, what am I going to do about this truth? How am I going to address it? Now, you may be taking this truth or your truths to the sources, and it is being responded to with great aversion, a great amount of just a refusal to look at it, a refusal to accept your truth. And that's okay still. I mean, it is okay that is, because we can't control what anybody else does with the information that we present, right? We don't have that right, and it isn't really about what we are here for anyway, to have somebody change their mind about something, make them see it a different way. No, that's on them. What we do need to do, though, is to make sure that we are standing in our truth and our value, specifically our value around the truth. And because the minute we start to say, well, it's not that important, the person's not going to be able to hear it, the company is not going to care, my boss is going to be just like, well, I don't know who you think you are, or etc. Once you come to that where you say, okay, maybe that is going to be the response, maybe that's going to be the reaction, I still have to say it though, because what you're seeing happening right now is a lot of people are deciding, you know what, it's not about me anymore. It's about the 50 people that are coming in behind me. It is about the next 3 generations of children that are going to be here. It is about every single other person that's going to go work for that company that is doing these malicious things or handling things really inappropriately, or I'm aware of theft, or I'm aware of whatever. And so it's to that point where we have to get out of our own way and decide, you know what, the truth is important for all of us as humanity goes. It is how we heal. It's how we shift our frequency up. If people do not feel like they are being heard, or that they have a right even to their truth, or that it's been basically condemned, even threatened for, I've seen that too. By stating your truth, you reclaim your connection to your power. And that's why you're seeing it just blowing up all over the place, is because people are finally We're all refusing to stay disconnected or diminished away from our power. So your power is always on, our power is always on. It's just, are we going to be connected to it fully, or are we going to just shrug our shoulders and say, maybe it's not that important, maybe I don't need to address this. Just consider though that you have a lot of eyes watching you. You have people who are waiting to see that who's going to be the one with the courage, who's going to be the one with the strength to speak it out. And then as a result of your voicing that, you are reconnecting fully to your power. Healing happens. As soon as we get reconnected to our power, healing happens immediately. So I encourage you to, if you're sitting in a spot right now wondering, can I talk about this? Can I share? Just go for it. Go for it, because say, for example, you're working for a company that you know that things are going on that are very inappropriate, that are unprofessional, that are illegal, or whatever the case may be. I'm hearing from Stu right now that this is happening for quite a number of people. Just remember that if you let it lie and just leave and say, well, then the trail that you're leaving behind is going to affect many, 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 many more people. And if you are aware of this happening and you're saying, well, it either is going to shift itself up with me, or I don't belong here anyway. So on the threat of losing my job, what does that mean if my frequency no longer fits here? If I don't fit here, what does that mean? So stand in your truth, speak it out. You will be shocked and amazed at how many people will be in so much gratitude, and maybe you'll never even meet them this lifetime, but you'll meet them at some point and they will walk up to you and say, thank you for being my voice until I could find my own. All right. Love you lots. This is Jeannie Blaha out of Colorado with Take a Walk with Your Angels and joyfully.com. If you feel like this video could help somebody, please feel free to share it. All right. Peace.